Welcome back, film expert Chris Gore.
Thank you very much. Thank you, folks.
Yes.
Sure.
What's up first?
First, we have the movie Splice.
All right. So this film seems like a Frankenstein for the 21st century, no?
That's a very smart observation, Sarah Underwood.
Thank you so much.
That's great, yeah. No, Adrian Brody and Sarah Polley play these scientists who are gene-to-gene splicing. And, of course, what does every evil scientist want to make? A hot chick. So they create this creature that evolves into kind of a sexy bald chick, like the chick Persis Kambata played from the original Star Trek The Motion Picture. I'm just doing a bald chick reference. That's the only one I can remember. Anyways, sorry about that.
Okay, what extra?
Or Britney Spears, that was good.
Yeah, thank you. That was not on the prompter. I came up that one on my own. What extras did we get on the DVD?
What I like about this movie is it's really smart science fiction, which you rarely get to see these days. Unfortunately, sadly lacking in special features. It really would have benefited from seeing a documentary about real-world gene splicing, or the director. It's the guy who directed Cube. You know, hearing a commentary. It's just a 30-minute behind the scenes. Okay. Kind of a disappointment.
What's the bottom line?
Bottom line is rent it because the film is worth seeing. Extras, not so much on the extras. Sorry, folks.
All right. Well, then what's the next DVD here?
Grindhouse, the 2-disc collector's edition.
Despite having Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez on board as directors, these two films didn't really do too well at the theaters. Now, that is a few years later, so do they stand the test of time? Actually, they do. What's interesting about it is, you know, they attempted to make Grindhouse movies, like as if they were made in the 70s. And Death Proof, the one that Tarantino made, is actually like exactly that genre. Rodriguez is more of a spoof of Grindhouse films. And they really stand up because they're really made to be timeless films. They're great. Awesome. Well, aside from getting both films packaged together, it seems the reason to pick up this Blu-ray is the extra disc full of all the bonus features. That absolutely. In fact, there's 2 great interviews with Rodriguez and Tarantino. One at a New York Times discussion forum. Another one at Comic-Con, which was great. They had all these. The cast was there, and there's so much. They should take all the Comic-Con panels, film them, and put them on DVDs. These are so good. And then another great thing, Rodriguez does this thing. He does a thing called 10-minute film school. He's done on previous DVDs. He does a thing called 10-minute cooking school, where I was unaware of this, but Rodriguez's family comes from a family of ranchers, and he tells you how to do real Texas barbecue, folks. Ribs. I mean, amazing. It was really fun. You can learn to cook if you see Grindhouse. Oh. Yeah. All the reasons. So, Chris, what's the bottom line? Bottom line is these are classics. If you're like me, it's a buy. It's also an upgrade. If you already own them, like I do, sell the old ones, get the new one. Okay. What's up next? We have the Human Centipede. Now, I know we've had you do some pretty disturbing movies over the years in DVDuesday. Yeah. Yeah. But where does this film fall on the spectrum of that? This is the most disturbing film I've ever seen. I mean, I actually put off seeing it, and now that I've seen it, I think one of the most fun things that I'm going to enjoy is watching someone else watch this movie. Because it is incredibly disturbing. But, you know, despite the fact that this movie is about a crazy scientist who wants to take 3 humans, surgically attach them together to create one digestive system, despite that, it's really fun. I want to see this. I'm a freak. I love that stuff. Well, that's exciting. It's pretty disturbing. I mean, I had to come down from watching it. It's pretty gross. I love that. Yeah. What are the special features on the DVD? Are they ever a bit as crazy as this film? Well, there's a great commentary by the director Tommy Six where he talks about the upcoming sequel, which will have 12 segments, 12 people attached. I'm not making this up. And he says the first movie is like My Little Pony compared to the sequel. So yeah, I mean, you kind of just in your brain imagining that. I think it's a psychological horror that really works. It's not as graphic as you would think, but just knowing what's sort of cursing through the digestive tract, yes, horrible. Yeah, so the extras kind of explain all this, and they actually had a doctor. This is based on real science. This is possible to do. No way. It's disturbing, folks. I'm disturbed. I'm grossed out. I can't wait for Sarah Underwood to watch it. I am even more intrigued now. Right. So, Chris, what's the bottom line? Well, the bottom line for Human Centipede
It was a cheap one. It's a rent with a warning. A warning that, look, I've seen some horrible stuff on the internet from Germany. This is the most disturbing film I've ever seen. It's worse than that.
Perfect.
So it's a rent.
Love it. I understand you have an anti-quick pick for us today.
It might be, you know, like if ATM is your thing, like Human Centipede, you might like Fred the movie. This is my Human Centipede. In a way, but I really think this. If you've been keeping up with Lucas's antics, he's kind of embarrassed all of YouTube. So
All right.
don't check that out.
Angry. Everybody's angry on set.
I'm angry.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Chris. For more Gore, follow him on Twitter @ThatChrisGore.